Welcome back. Now, Airline Proflight Zambia announced that they are launching flights into Windhoek from the 3rd of March 2026. Now, their routing will be Lusaka-Livingstone-Windhoek and back the same way. To shed more light on this one, I'm joined in studio by the Director of Flight Operations of the Proflight Zambia Airline, that is Captain Josias Walubita. Good morning, Captain, and thank you so much for joining us.
Good morning, ma'am, and I'm delighted to be on Good Morning Namibia. And good morning, viewers.
All right. First things first, what motivated Proflight Zambia to introduce this new route, and how does it support your broader, expansion strategy?
I think it's important to highlight that Namibia and Zambia have had very strong bilateral ties, and this is further reflected through the activity through the Katima Mulilo, Wenela border posts, not forgetting the, the Wavish Bay. So I think based on this bilateral strength, it was important for Proflight to bridge the gap and see to it that there's a seamless movement of people between Namibia and Zambia. So I think as Proflight, we pride ourselves in putting out a service which is safe, efficient, reliable, and friendly. So there's no better way to do this than by connecting the peoples of Namibia and Zambia.
All right. Efficient, reliable, and friendly. What else can passengers expect in terms of convenience, schedules, and the overall experience when flying this new route?
So the important thing to highlight is with the introduction of this route, it brings in convenience in the sense of cutting down the travel time. So, for example, for a traveler leaving Lusaka, intending to travel to Windhoek, they'll be leaving Lusaka at 8:30 in the morning. Then they'll have a 50-minute flight into Livingstone. Then the advantage is the transit stop in Livingstone is 30 minutes. So 30 minutes later, they'll be on their way to Windhoek, and the sector from Livingstone to Windhoek will be approximately an hour and 40 minutes. So from start of the journey in Lusaka to arrival in Windhoek, you're looking at 3 hours. So nothing beats convenience when it comes to air travel.
Of course. And in what ways do you expect this new route to benefit, the local communities, the businesses, and also just tourism in both destinations?
So as I mentioned, with the strong bilateral ties between the two countries, air connectivity is an enabler for trade, investment, and of course tourism.
Yeah.
So I think we have also seen that in various countries where there's improved air connectivity, the GDP of that country improves because we are creating jobs, we are bringing businesses. And remember, with these flights coming into Namibia, there'll be services that will be required to be provided. So I think the community will definitely benefit.
Yeah. Would you say it also perhaps, speaks to, the strengthening, Proflight's Zambia's mission to enhance regional connectivity and also just the greater travel convenience for passengers?
Indeed. We support the initiative of the Single African Air Transport Market, which seeks to improve connectivity within the region. So if we're going to improve connectivity on the African continent, the best place to start is within Southern Africa. And this is testament to, this drive, and we're fully supportive of it.
Yeah. Mr. Captain Walubita, I mentioned earlier on that the launching will take place on the 3rd of March. Slowly but surely, we are coming to the end of the month of January. We'll only have 1 month left. How are the logistics going as we await, for the official launch?
I think you will understand that a lot goes into the preparation and planning for the launch of a new route. But I'm glad to advise that all the arrangements are in place and we are set to launch that route on the 3rd of March as planned.
All right. As much as, it comes with, so many advantages, I'm sure disadvantages also, play a role with this. But what are some of the challenges that Proflight Zambia is encountering or has encountered, during, this entire process, and how did you overcome some of these challenges?
To be honest, I think based on the Single African Air Transport Market Initiative, the process has been seamless.
Yeah.
I think the communication with the various authorities and companies that we'll be working with has been very efficient. So I wouldn't say that we've faced any significant issues or bottlenecks towards launching this route.
Yeah.
I think everything has evolved as expected.
I'm sure the question on everybody's mind is, what makes Airline Proflight Zambia different compared to other airlines?
I think just to give you a short history, as Proflight Zambia, we launched in 1991. We started off as a small charter company. We're operating an 8-seater single-engine propeller aeroplane, very small. I'm sure a lot of people in Africa are used to seeing those around. But then in 2005, we made the decision to go the scheduled route. So we started operating schedules within Zambia. And then the important thing is around 2012, we saw the number of passengers that were flying begin to increase. So in 2012, we flew just slightly over 100,000 passengers. Then fast forward to today, we're just shy of 300,000 passengers. So to answer your question, what makes Proflight different is we are very adaptive, we're very agile, and we're able to move with the trends, so that we're able to make the travel experience for our passengers a seamless one and as convenient as possible.
Yeah.
Yes.
I understand that you are preparing to launch this new route, but are we looking forward to other routes in the near future?
Indeed. So in tandem with launching the Lusaka-Livingstone-Windhoek route, we also have the Lusaka-Livingstone-Maun route, which we'll be launching in a few months. And I think it's important also to mention that as Proflight, we are still in the celebratory mode. Okay. So we recently went through the IATA Operational Safety Audit process, which we successfully passed. So we are now an IOSA registered airline.
Congratulations.
Subsequently, we're also an IATA member airline. So we're very excited. And the best way we can celebrate this is through regional expansion and connectivity.
Clearly, the year started off on a high note for Proflight Zambia.
Indeed.
Yeah, now for those who are interested in using the services of Proflight Airline Zambia, where can they purchase their tickets?
So I think the first point of call will be to visit our website.
Yeah.
So our website is flyzambia.com. It's very easy. Go to flyzambia.com. You'll find all the details, and it will be easy to to purchase a ticket, be it in Lusaka or in Windhoek or even in Livingstone.
All right.
Yes.
Anything else you'd like to bring to our attention before we let you go this morning?
I think overall we are very excited. I think we're very excited to be involved with the vibrant city of Windhoek, and we really look forward to serving the citizens of both countries.
All right.
And we really look forward to the support of both Zambians and Namibians.
Yes, we also look forward, to taking flights to Zambia. Thank you so much for joining us, Captain, and all the best with this. And we can't wait for the launch.
Thank you very much.
All right.